Good evening, everybody. 30-year-old Paige Marie was last seen on Thursday. Her car found on I-96 with the motor running and her purse and shoes inside.
Over 30 years of questions and silence. Paige Marie missing without a trace.
My gut feeling tells me that someone forced her off the road.
The intriguing case of Paige Marie Rosy, a substitute teacher from Okemos, Michigan, who vanished under mysterious circumstances on May 24, 1990. Last seen conversing with two men on the side of Interstate 96 near Fowlerville, Michigan, Paige left behind her running car, purse, and shoes. Despite these eerie details, authorities simply towed away her vehicle, leaving unanswered questions lingering in the air. How could Paige vanish without a trace? And why did law enforcement overlook the peculiarities of her abandonment? Join us as we explore the enduring mystery surrounding Paige Marie Rosy's baffling disappearance. On the afternoon of May 24, 1990, Paige Rosy's day began with a trip to Detroit Metropolitan Airport, where she dropped off her mother before embarking on her own journey. Following this, she made a visit to a friend in Canton, Michigan, a seemingly ordinary day unfolding amidst the routines of life. It was between 2:30 p.m. and 2:45 p.m. when Paige made her way to a now-closed store situated west of Interstate 275 in Canton. Here, she made a simple purchase, a beer. Little did anyone know at the time that this seemingly mundane transaction would later become a crucial detail in the mysterious case of her disappearance. The store clerk, with the passage of time and countless faces passing through, still retained a vivid memory of Paige's presence that day. What made her stand out was her attire, a pair of distinctive loose-fitting pants adorned with a colorful flower-patterned design, coupled with a unique necklace that caught the eye. As Paige went about her day, unaware of the events that would soon unfold, the ordinary moments of her life would become intertwined with the inexplicable and unsettling mystery that would follow. On the day she disappeared, Paige Rosy was last seen on the shoulder of Interstate 96 near Fowlerville, engaged in conversation with two African-American men who were standing beside a maroon-colored minivan. Witnesses observed that Paige appeared distressed, and one of the men was seen offering her comfort by placing his hand on her shoulder. Hours later, her 1986 Oldsmobile Cutlass Calais was discovered abandoned, still idling, with her shoes and purse left inside. Numerous sightings of Paige driving west on Interstate 96 were reported by various individuals. One woman claimed to have seen her at a rest stop kiosk, while two long-haul truck drivers recalled encountering a blonde woman resembling Paige as she drove her vehicle along the interstate. Paige was described as wearing a white silk shirt, paired with a long beaded necklace and silk-patterned slacks at the time of her last sighting.
Good evening, everybody. 30-year-old Paige Rosy was last seen on Thursday. Her car found on I-96 with the motor running and her purse and shoes inside. Someone, somewhere, must have seen something of what had happened on that stretch of highway.
Police in Livingston County have now classified the disappearance of Paige Marie Rosy as an abduction.
The billboards will be seen by about 400,000 people a day.
My gut feeling tells me that someone forced her off the road.
They just have to call because they just have to think exactly when they pass that area. Somebody has seen something.
And we can't even begin to imagine why she got out of that car.
Investigators found Paige Rosy's Oldsmobile, but they didn't treat it as a crime scene because the officer who responded thought it was just an abandoned car. The car was in good condition, and the door was unlocked. Later, it was towed away. Someone had said they saw Paige near her car around 3 p.m., but officers didn't arrive until after 6 p.m. It was only then they realized Paige was missing, and the car wasn't just abandoned. When they checked the car, they found fingerprints and palm prints, but they couldn't match them to anyone in their databases. At the time of her disappearance, Paige was engaged to be married, but there were reports that she and her fiancé were having problems. However, he was quickly ruled out as a suspect by the investigators. In 2009, detectives revealed to reporters that they had a list of 6 possible suspects in Paige Rosy's disappearance. One of these individuals had been murdered in Detroit back in 1999. Although the detectives didn't disclose his name, they mentioned that he had previously owned a burgundy minivan similar to the one witnesses saw on the day Paige vanished. Then, in May 2011, authorities initiated a search of a pond in Handy Township using ground-penetrating radar. This action was prompted by a woman's report of seeing a pair of cement-covered boots near the pond around the time Paige went missing. Subsequently, in November 2011, a collaborative effort involving the FBI, state, and local law enforcement agencies commenced a digging operation in Conway Township. This excavation was based on information obtained from cadaver dogs, which had identified the site as potentially containing Paige Renkoski's remains a week prior to the dig. Investigators arrived at the property after reviewing a case file from 1999, which included a hand-drawn map indicating the purported location of Renkoski's burial site.
Well, Joanne, this all started digging around 10:30 this morning, and it's all happened for road. And what we're told by the sheriff, that they are scraping layer by layer of the dirt here. Cadaver dogs hit on this area in 4 spots last week during a search, and these are dogs that only hit on human remains. They hit on 4 spots, and those 4 areas that they're searching are all within 35 yards of each other, and you're seeing video of the search right now. And there were searches done in the past here along Sober Road, all because of a map that was given to the Sheriff's Department within 30 days of Paige's disappearance, and it was a detailed map, we're told, from an anonymous tipster. The sheriff says that original investigators dug in the wrong area because the map may have been just misread in some way. He also says at the time they didn't have cadaver dogs here at the time, and they have since learned that a driveway was moved here in this area as well.
Meantime, even though today didn't end the way she had hoped, Paige's mother says she still has faith in the cold case investigators who haven't given up.
If anybody ever resolves Paige's case, it will be these 3 detectives. This will not discourage them.
Despite extensive efforts by law enforcement, Paige Renkoski's disappearance remains a mystery. The police say it's a homicide, but they haven't found her body, and no one has been charged. This leaves her family and friends with lots of questions and sadness. Michigan Crime Stoppers is offering up to $2,500 for any information about Paige. This reward gives hope that someone might come forward with important details to help solve the case. Cold case investigators from the Livingston County Sheriff's Department are still working on Paige's case. Even though it's been years since she went missing, they're determined to find answers and bring closure to her loved ones. As time passes, Paige Renkoski's case reminds us of the importance of never giving up hope and continuing to search for the truth. The search for answers continues, driven by the dedication of law enforcement and the hope of those who care about Paige. On June 27, 1990, workers started putting up billboards with Paige Renkoski's picture along Interstate 96. They planned to have 25 billboards in total. Then, in May 2013, authorities said they'd be putting up billboards with Paige's picture and 2 other missing women. On February 2, 2018, they held a joint memorial service for Paige Renkoski and her mother, who passed away in December 2017. With this, we would like to end this video with the hope that you liked and enjoyed it. If you like our content, make sure that you like our video, and do share your views and opinions with us in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel to receive regular videos from us, and don't forget to click the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Until then, peace.
I hope during my lifetime that I finally will have an answer, and that the person who was responsible is brought to justice.
Paige, if you can see or hear us, we love you, and we hope we find you soon.